just know the scrutiny that you come under when you jeopardize your team's success for whatever reasons. And on top of that, when someone is paying you $20+ million every single year so that you can be an important part of a team, an ingredient that is going to help a team have ultimate success, clearly, when you're not on the field, it derails the hopes. Why Amari Cooper is not vaccinated, I don't know, and I really don't give a damn or care. I just know that when you are removed from the field because you are important to that team, know you are going to be scrutinized. That's just what it is. You're an important member of the team. That's why they traded you for you. That's why they paid you all the money for you to be there to help them win championships. And this is a championship team right now, and they just lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. You were not there. And you're not going to be there this Thursday against the Las Vegas Raiders. And if they lose to the Las Vegas Raiders because you were not there and the passing game didn't look a certain way, you're going to be scrutinized, period.
I'm down with players being criticized for their on-field performance. But one of the things that's getting really old for me, and Key, I hear what you're saying, but when there's terminology that's used, like the onus is on the player because of their decision to be unvaccinated, that starts to drive me a little bit mad. Like when I hear Jerry Jones say, we are a team, and I'm sitting there saying, okay, well, that means that he doesn't want to be part of the team because he chose not to be vaccinated right now because maybe he doesn't feel comfortable with the decision. Or when Key said, you jeopardize the team, you're using the word jeopardize because I decided to get unvaccinated. Now I'm jeopardizing our team's chances because these are unknown.
Yes, you clearly are jeopardizing the team from winning a championship. No different than Kyrie Irving making a decision not to do his vaccination is jeopardizing the Brooklyn Nets from going on an ultimate run. That is why Kevin Durant, as well as James Harden, is not very happy. I know that for a fact with the decision. So that's what happens.
You're allowed to not be happy with the decision, but it's not
that's jeopardizing, Jay. That's jeopardizing our championship run.
It's not as if I've done something off the court or off the field, like a car accident or something like that has jeopardized it. Like these are, when you use the word Jay, jeopardize, you are talking about a different time that we are currently in.
Jay, so you're talking about, it seems to me, you're making a very serious decision about your health in your life outside of the game.
Yeah, and now you're going to say that jeopardizes.
But Key is factually correct. It does. And I want to say something about this. And I don't want to bog down too much on the COVID and the vaccination of it all. I will say if a decision is that important, and people keep saying, well, if you believe X, Y, and Z, I'm just telling you, unless it's a religious objection, which, that we have religious freedom in this country, unless it's a religious objection, if that's what you believe, that it's unhealthy for you, unless you have a serious medical condition that a real doctor has told you, actually, this is dangerous for you, then your belief is based on bad information. But that's first. Here's the second thing. I want to focus on the Jerry Jones of it all for a second because you're talking about Jerry's reaction to it, right?
And I get it. It affects his bottom line. It affects his ability to win a championship.
No, here's the thing that's interesting to me, okay? Because even if you feel like, Jerry, that's a little bit foul because he's making a life decision and you're making it a football thing, that rubs me the wrong way. I don't want to put words in your mouth if that's what you mean, Jay.
That's what I said. Yeah.
But from Jerry Jones's point of view, think about this. Dude is a multi-billionaire. He is not getting any younger. And we've been talking about him like that, like his age, for a long time, right? Mm-hmm. He would like to see the Cowboys win another championship. The bottom line is football teams got to spend, 90% of the salary cap anyway? And you can't go past 100%. It's a hard cap. So it's not really about bottom line in terms of how much. He's got more money than he could spend for the generations, right? The dude wants to win a championship. And finally, dude, it looks like they got all the pieces together, and his best receiver is, wait a minute, time out. You mean if you'd have followed these protocols, I could get you back potentially by this date, but instead it's going to have to be 10 days because you made a choice? By the way, not based on sound science, most likely. that is now going to cost me maybe the bye in the first round, and that could easily determine whether I win a Super Bowl. I get it, man.
Oh, I understand it. I'm not saying I don't understand it. My whole point is, though, is that first off, he's not the only owner who has players who are unvaccinated. This is happening across all of sports, okay? That's number one. Number two, the owners could have tried to negotiate that with the players' union, but they couldn't come to an agreement on it being mandated in football. So this goes down into the legalities of it too now, and I hear it, but like nobody talks about those points. It just goes back to this individual. You know, it's part of we, and that's how it gives off that impression. It feels like there is an individual attack all of a sudden on Cooper because he is unvaccinated, and he's going to be the individual reason that holds the Dallas Cowboys back from winning a championship. I'm not saying
as of right now, no, Jay, as of right now, by not being vaccinated, he is going to be the individual reason.
But Key, I heard you yesterday on First Take say they had a chance to win the game. It was 19-9.
But it didn't happen, though, regardless if it was 19-9. If he was there, guess what? They may have won the game. If CeeDee Lamb was healthy, they may have won the game, but that wasn't the case. When you look at it in the National Football League, I'm speaking for Jerry Jones now. The coaches are vaccinated. There are players on the team that are vaccinated. Doesn't mean, as you know, Jay, you can still contract COVID. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that you can't.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.